A poet once said, I have missed more than 9,000 shots. I have lost almost 300 games. 26 times I have been trusted to take the game winning shot and I have missed over and over. And that is why I succeed. Thus, success is not about avoiding failure. It's about learning from failure, adapting, and persisting. What a great morning, everyone. The galaxy of intellectuals, your excellency, invited guests, and my fellow college mates. I am Abhi Doshi from FIJC Arts.
I am Shoaib Dhumal from FIJC Arts.
And
And
we
we
are
are
the
the
hosts
hosts
of
for
the
the
day. To add bright colors to our evening, we would like to kickstart this program with an invocation and requesting Shreya to proceed with the invocation.
The second auspicious start with prayer to Lord Ganesha. Sharanu Siddhi Vinayaka Sharanu Vidya Pradayaka Sharanu Parvati Tanaya Murti Sharanu Shikavahana Nidilani Thandi Varada Putrane Bhagavusha Piyane Tadinadakita Kumalagane Kalakundadarane Murti Harapadagane Ahuhasajatushane Ita Turugaya Deva Kankana Pashankushalarane Sharanu Siddhi Vinayaka Sharanu Vidya Pradayaka Sharanu Parvati Tanaya Murti Sharanu Mushikavahana Shivaharam Bodhane Shuka Panagilane Parashivahana Sivurandara Jarasane Sharanu Siddhi Vinayaka Sharanu Vidya Sharanu Parvati Tanaya Murti Sharanu Mushikavahana Sharanu Siddhi Vinayaka.
Thank you, Shreya, for your evaluation. Now, moving ahead, the Center for Excellence with 7 plus value-added courses. It offers enhancing programs to boost skillfulness for students. By conducting workshops, seminars, and skill-rich training programs. The courses were designed to bridge the academic gap between the academic gap and train the students as per the need of corporations and industries. Leaving no stone unturned, Center for Excellence realistic problem of just a degree not being enough to find yourself a job.
On the prestigious occasion of 15 years of completion of Center for Excellence, it presents Career Exploration 360 Degree, a workshop for finding career. welcome.
A very good morning. Principal Dr. Kumar, uh, invited from OPD and chief speakers and our collaborators. I welcome each one of you as today. Uh, this session, which is career exploration 360 is a mark of 15 years completion of Center for Excellence. Where Center for Excellence is uh, there is 18th of August 2008 under the guidance of Padesar and Asha ma'am, and later it was carried out by Uma ma'am. This year we started with the course of 80 courses and another 5 years we added to 20. We had 40 courses and now we are getting to regular control because of the video offline. So it's enormous numbers. The main motto for excellence is to build the students as per the professional needs. So keeping that in mind, Center for Excellence has been conducting a lot of activities with different departments. Now today's activity is a part of a placement cell because placement is the main motto of the center where after completing the skill enhancement program, the student should be well placed. So placement cell, I have been part of a placement cell for almost 10 years. Earlier I was working with Nitya Mahajan ma'am. Now the program officer is Shravin Shah. He couldn't join us today, but on behalf of placement cell also, I welcome you all. Now this session today is basically to make the students understand what is the career need, how the industry or post your degree program, what you need to do or where you have to apply. Many a time it happens, students doesn't know what other career options are there. Okay, actually,
Dr. Uma Maheshwari Shankar, our very own principal, who is going to talk about our career prospects and activities. He has been supported for last 30 years and as a principal for 5 years. With immense pride and gratitude, we invite our principal, Dr. Uma Shankar.
Before I start, me have the pleasure of being the company of support and parents and for excellence in our college is in the center by its name itself. It has contributed immensely for helping the students in order to get more than what the classrooms generally give. In the classrooms, we cover a curriculum or a syllabus, and then we go into the exam pattern and getting into your certificate. We thought about it almost 15 years back that students need something more, and how do we connect them with the industry, with the corporate world, or with research, wherever they need to go out of this college after their degree. And that's one of the reasons why the center has been contributing immensely on various kind of courses that you can imagine, whether it is a professional courses or is it a technological courses or is it like even like language or is it like chocolate making. From that to the supreme ideas that we have launched all of them into it. Yes, thanks to Mahalakshmi's great efforts and consistently having a good team. I must appreciate today's Masters of Ceremony FYJC. I think they deserve a special applaud. For hardly 1 week old, they are in the college and they have taken charge of it. This is the kind of enthusiasm this college will always give you on the platform for you to learn and to grow up, right? I stand here today as the representative from the humanities section. Yes, I have excelled myself in the field of humanities, and to tell you the secret out of it, I was a student of this college. So I moved, got my graduation and then my post-graduation and finally moved into it. It was necessary for my students to constantly tell them there is much more that the college or the field can offer. What humanities or what you call it in common languages, arts can offer is unimaginable. Now, before I go in, I'll just prepare 3 slides. I'll not bore you, don't worry. What I want to tell you is with this national education policy that has come in now, it has opened the floodgates for all of you. Open the floodgates in the true sense of the term that you can just choose very many kind of subjects along with your core papers. If there are students from FI, BA, the first year you have joined this year, you are the ones who will witness the change, the transition that the country is going through, what the state is going through, and what this university is going through. And therefore, as an autonomous college, the way we have designed syllabus which can cater to all kinds of students, and we are offering a multidisciplinary approach. Once we have this kind of an approach, even this kind of a border that we are going to talk about has humanities, commerce, science, and your computer science and IT. All this will get blurred in few years. Down the line, I'm able to envisage in under 5 to 10 years, all this will merge. It's like all rivers moving into the same ocean. Because ultimately, if I ask you, even randomly I ask you, say, what do you want to do it? We all want to be employed. We all want to be successful. We all want to be happy and peaceful. Right? All this will follow. For that, either you must have a job which will give you, or you must, like an entrepreneur, create a job, right? Or you need to serve somebody, or continue to busily do a lot of research and be a research scholar and earn money or whatever it is. Ultimately, it all boils down to a few important, crucial questions which we need to answer in life. See, if I want to segregate that and only talk about humanities, my understanding, what I thought about it is, there could be very many scholarships available. Students who are all catering to humanities of any subject can go into these scholarships and fellowships. Even today they are available. Our own college students, 5 or 6 students have availed this. And they've continued there up to PhD and they've finished it. One of my own PhD students was a UTC fellowship he was. So these are, you need to work hard, of course. The bottom line to reach these kind of scholarships and fellowships are, very many people will apply. If you think you are the only intelligent one who is applying, we cannot accept it. There are too many people, competition will be there, you will have to prove an edge over the others. So all these fellowships are available across. I also see these days, foreign universities are giving a lot of fellowship. 3 years back, my student from TY Philosophy got a fellowship in Germany and given him the award. Today he's almost finishing it and the university is planning to absorb him for his teaching and other assignment as a research scholar. It's available. Only thing you will have to knock it up. Now that the technology is in your hand, in your fingertips, instead of watching nonsensical YouTubes, going to these sites, understand what is available with you. The remote is in your hand. The best of it that you want to churn it out in the world, you can get it. But you won't waste your time all day watching nonsense, the time will go away. And the last date will be out. Today, even to prepare an SOP and all that, it's available. The format is there. All you need to is only apply your own mind. Somewhere, your originality should be there. Let it not become absolutely buried under the disguise of artificial intelligence. Okay, the natural intelligence, let it come out. So these are my first thing. Those who want to do research, go into scholarships and fellowships and study higher, they can do into this. The next I have is career in arts. I have put it up. I've made a list of it which are absolutely visible. The prominent one is the teaching, like many of us have come into it. Today, teaching job is very, very lucrative. And now with NEP, lot many universities are going to get mushroom. You will find teaching is going to be not just the last option, but it could be one of the best options. There are two things in it. It has a double-edged arrow, I would call it. One, yes, it is lucrative. It will give you a lot of money, just like how the corporates will pay you. Teaching profession also, as new universities, they will pay you. IB schools are there today. No longer the state government schools or aided colleges. They will also pay you well. The second side is there should be a passion to teach. Teaching is a skill. It's not just the knowledge that you have in your head. It has to be imparted so well. Even sometimes today, I remember what my school teacher gave in one line. That message is still taught. Today, he was sharing one of the school experience about a teacher. The teacher and the teaching can remain with you only if the teacher has got so much of passion about it. It is not just a do-away job. So teaching can be that you can always take it up as a career in terms of finance as well as in terms of what I call it as your option that you can have. There are HR ministry. Many a time they ask for humanities to students who are all passed out. Why? Because the human relation in which your subjects like psychology, philosophy, political science, history, you talk about a lot of things where there is an interaction about human relations, which we talk a lot in different ways. So usually, even our own, what is the one next to Padar College? Wellinkar Institute, which run the important HR courses that they run at PG Diploma in Human Resource Management, etc. Invariably, the director calls me to say that, can we have students from arts from your college? Can you ask them to come and apply for it? Personally, because they know that there is an edge of art students, not that the science and commerce students can't do it, but today my topic is about humanities, so I will add a lot of cream and butter only for that. Right? And the cherry and the blossom, I will add to that. Others, you can meet me separately, I'll also tell you what you can do. So that's very, very important. Apart from that, the other things that I put in administrative posts, other kind of examinations when it comes to different posts. One of the most important thing with humanities that people take it up higher is UPSC exams. UPSC and IPSC exams crack the maximum by only humanities. Till today, they have broken the record. So if you really want to be a civil servant and can absolutely have your wonderful lifestyle with that, and with a lot of responsibility, and you become a very important signatory in many of the things. If that is the one which is aiming at, definitely humanities can take you there. Other than that, these are some of the names I've given: BRB, RRB, these are institutes and services program staff selection committee, and they're part of the selection committee for many years. And there in that staff selection, there's a separate category only to take up only students with humanities. So for different kind of jobs, they are looking out for different things. Now, what I observe from 30 years of being teaching in this college, I find students from arts who have moved out, some of them having done, say, literature, have gone into either advertising or report writing or getting into editorial boards and editorial newspapers and print media, all those they can always go into. I've seen a philosophy student also doing a mass communication as a student, and today she's working, she's still in touch with me, that's why I can very happily talk about it. She's occupied a very high position in Indian Express. So a student of ours with the history philosophy combination has done MBA, and today she's managing an entire human resource department in a particular company. You can achieve anything. All doors are open for everybody for the matter. Sky is the limit. The effort that you put in, and you need to understand what is your core competency. Where can you tackle your understanding of where I can excel? After that, definitely hard work, understanding of it, and understanding the data, what kind of the job you are getting into, all of it, make it very well. Then some of the positions in the research council offices, research council is very popular across India today. So in everywhere they need an assistant, and they prefer a student who is able to, or a research scholar who is coming from humanities. When it comes to social community, like Tata Institute of Social Science, you have Birla Foundation, you have Reliance has started off with the community and social service in Olympic. In all of them are looking out for humanities. So you find the doors are open and you can actually choose according to what is your inner call. So your graduation may give you one colorful good certificate. Along with the Center for Excellence will give you another handful of certificates. After that, it is your choice. Where can I excel? Because you have seen all of them, you can put all of them together and excel and get out to a much better place. And therefore, these are the things that came to my mind. The slides that I put on is only randomly the thoughts that have come to my mind, I put it across. One, a simple thing I put it across are opportunities. These are the kind of opportunities in nutshell you can look out for wherever you knock at the door. I'm sure you will be able to excel on it. So there was a time, say, when we joined art stream in 80s, if I look at it, people thought that even though I got very high marks in 10th standard, we decided not to go in for science or commerce, went by choice. After that, 10 years or later, people went to arts out of force. You're not getting into this, you're not getting into that, therefore you go here. Therefore they went to arts. But today, again I'm coming back, like these youngsters, you see FYJC art students, as well as FYBA art students, if you look at it, I have around at least 40 to 50 students who are above 90. And they come to SIUs to take arts. That is because the college has got a name for arts as faculty as humanities, and today avenues have opened. And now with this NEP that we have, an art student is doing a cybersecurity course as one of the elective. Right, a civil service you can do. And wonders of chemistry, the art student is doing. About statistics, an art student is doing. Similarly, a science student can do on critical thinking, on philosophical counseling, on something on management issues, on financial literacy. So we have given all kinds of choice because of NEP. So what was there in our mind for so many years, NEP has actually given us a forum to open up. And you people are really lucky now to grab this opportunity, and thereby you can always excel on, right? So humanities today is flourishing well because students have also looked into it. There's an option that they have with the subjects like psychology, with criminal psychology, people take it up, with philosophy, with a lot of counseling that can happen on, along with philosophical counseling, goes into yoga, which has become so popular, spirituality, which is again spiritual counseling is all required now. All these are taken into with historians and political. Today, politics has become a subject which carries a mandate. People can get a qualified degree in political science to enter into politics. Earlier, we thought politics is dirty politics. Today, you can say, I know what the rules and regulations are. I know what I'm talking about from the Constitution. And with the law, one of the slides I've shown, even legality comes so close to the heart of humanities. So if you can have all this, a think it's very difficult for you not to survive or not to flourish or be successful. Okay? I'm sure all of you will take these points with a pinch of salt. You will have to add a lot of understanding about yourself. And as I close today, again within 2-3 days, you will find some more things coming up. You will have to keep a watch on it. Only for that sake, you will have to use technology for a better use, and thereby you will find that students of any stream today can excel. Sky is the limit for you. Watch yourself. Thank you so much.
We are immensely thankful for your deep and encouraging words. It has definitely driven our vision to another level. Your elegant words have brought a lot of light towards our knowledge. We are so grateful to have you. We are pleased to have our second guest speaker, Mr. Sumit Lal. He has done his MMS Finance from NMIMS, EXA Business Leadership Program from Melbourne Business School, and he has achieved an IICA Certificate of Independent Director. A qualified professional from the financial services and the training industry with 27 years of experience across functions at some of the best brands of the sector. He was a part of Kotak Education Foundation as Chief Operating Officer. Earlier, he had founded IIM, and as its managing director, he built it into a profitable entrepreneurial venture. Prior to IIM, he had worked with some of the large and well-known brands of the BFSI industry, with exposure to multiple roles. As COO, he headed the vocational skilling project at Kotak Education Foundation. He had additionally been officiating as the Chief People Officer, managing the human resource function at Kotak Education Foundation. As a CXO, he was also a member of the Executive Committee of Kotak Education Foundation. It will be our honor to invite Mr. Sumit Lal on the stage.
Thank you so much for that lengthy introduction. I must thank Madam Principal, Madam Coordinator for this wonderful opportunity. And I was just sharing with Madam Principal when we were sitting in a room that whenever there is a chance to interact with youngsters, and particularly students of colleges who are in their second year, third year, or postgraduate students, I am quite happy even altering my schedules to be there with them and talk to them. Because this whole subject of employability is something which is very close to my heart. So thank you very much for this opportunity. I'm privileged to be here and to be talking to all of you. I have a brief presentation. It's about 7-8 slides. I'm not going to bore any of you, I promise you that. And my introduction was fairly detailed. I thought I'll start with that, but I'm going to skip that. I've spent a lot of time in the banking and financial services industry. But what I'd like to highlight is for about 8.5 years, I ran a company which I had founded, and that was entirely into the skilling space. So maybe we've learned a few things over those 8.5 years. The skilling project that Kotak Foundation was undergoing, that was another about close to 5 years, 13 years of understanding the entire area of skilling. And between 2010, when I got into it, and 2023, I think the interest in this space of skilling has only been growing every year. And it's a wonderful space to be. So let me start with the slides. Something that I think has been a guiding light for me, and that's what I want to share with you. And the focus of this presentation is not so much to tell you what's already available on the internet. I'm sure you'll already find that, and maybe most of you have already read it. It's want to share experiences over here. It's a very powerful quote by none other than Mahatma Gandhi. Find purpose, the means will follow. It's just one line, but it's so powerful. I'm going to share a very short real life story. And this is something that was in my mind in 2010. That when youngsters are graduating, there are enough and more who are waiting to take up their first job after graduation, and unfortunately, they are not employable. Now, the situation today is very different. Okay? So the percentages have gone up substantially, favorably. But in 2010, the picture was not very nice. So there were colleges where 70–80% of the graduates wanted a job after graduation. Maybe 20% were employable. And like I said, the situation is different now. Why am I sharing this story? It's linked to this design that we have over here, this quote by Mahatma Gandhi. So for me at that time, my purpose was, can I get into a business or can I start an enterprise where the whole focus will be on improving employability of graduates? Okay. And I was working with Bharti AXA Life Insurance, All India Head Business Development, nice paycheck, good salary, comfortable purposes. A lot of people question my decision to leave that job and start a business. And just something which was very strongly there in the mind kept me going. And sometime in April, May of 2010, I decided to leave my job. There was a 3-month notice period. I served that notice period. And sometime in June, July of 2010, I started off with this company, which actually started with one laptop. And I was working from home. I was not very familiar with work from home then, before we got our office. So the purpose was start a business or start an enterprise that can improve employability of graduates and can also make some money. The intent was not only to make money. And how the means followed is what I'm sharing with you. I had 2 ex-colleagues who readily decided to leave what they were doing, including someone who was working in my team at Bharti AXA and said, I'm interested in joining you, I'm ready to quit my job. In the first 3 months, I had 2 colleagues who came on board as co-founders. I was sitting with a friend and telling him about this business idea. We were getting into training and we'll be placing graduates after the training, and they will pay for the training because we have to run a business, we have expenses, we've got to cover that. And we are looking for an office space which will have a training room and whatnot. And the friend suddenly tells me, come, let's just step out of this office and go to the next office. Okay, just on the same floor. And he shows me a fully furnished office, air conditioned, with computers, PCs, printers, the works. And he says, now this office. I said, it's a great office, it's a nice, well furnished office. He was made for some company. He said, here are the keys, you can use this office for as long as you want. I wasn't expecting that. I only went to tell him that we started on this, not talking about an office. I said, what would the rent be? He said, I'm not going to take any rent. I said, why would you not take rent? If your friendship is fine, you can reduce the rent if you want. You can use it for as long as you want. I have no intention of getting it out to anyone. The business that you spoke about is going to help students. That's not going to be talks. Actually, used the office for 3 months to be found an office, but when I went back to 3 months, they were put in. What was a nice expensive gift? This was nothing to take back. Money to it. The office came for the first 3 months without rent. The well-furnished, large office. I was talking to one of my uncles about this business again in the first 2–3 weeks, and one day he called me to this club. There's a club at Shivaji Park called Park Club, behind Mayor's One Road. He heard me out for 45 minutes, and he rang up his driver while sitting there, who was sitting in the car outside. He said, can you bring my bag? driver, and this uncle of mine runs a big business. The driver came to the back and uncle of mine pulls out his checkbook. And I didn't ask him for any money. Okay, we had planned our finances well. We said, we will fund the business, we will run our homes, we make sure the business starts generating money at least within 2 years. We have the money, paying our expenses. And so there was no talk about any money, this uncle, or me needing any funds from him. And he pulls out his checkbook. He says, I run a business for 30 years. I can tell you one thing. There's uncertainty in running a business, and I know you're a finance guy, you have planned your sources of funds and whatnot. Here is a check of 10 lakh on which I'm not putting a date. Keep it. Why was he taken aback? Why would somebody give me 10 lakh without me asking for it? He said, if my son was starting a business and he's 3 years younger than you, I would close my eyes and give him 10 lakh, I'm giving him 10 lakh. There is no date on the check. It's not that it will expire. That time checks used to be the validity of 6 months, now it becomes 6 months. Then whenever you want, put the date, give me a call, and make sure there's money in my account. Transfer 10 lakh in your account, no questions asked. I'm not even going to ask you whether you will return, take your time and return, and have a not even going to interest. I almost refused to take the check. But he said, my son would take it, so you take it. So the means will follow. That's what I want. So we didn't take the money, we didn't cash the check. Fortunately, we didn't need the money, we had planned it well. Our homes were running. Our break even was supposed to be in 24 months, we broke even in 12 months. Business started paying us in 12 months of when we started. And when we did our first 4 batches of training, there was pressure to place. We wanted all these people working in good organizations. So we reached out. This was a BFSI training program that we started in banking and financial services. So our first few batches were ready after the training. There were 100 plus students who were waiting for placement. And we were actively reaching out to HDFC Bank, Kotak Bank, Axis Bank, NBFCs, and everybody said, yeah, we will interview. And I get a call from an ex-boss of mine, used to be the chief executive officer of Kotak Life Insurance, one of the companies I worked for, before I started my own company. And he said, are your batches ready? He knew we were doing this training. I said, yeah, our batches are ready. And this was a surprise call. And he put in a word to the chief of HR at Kotak Bank. The HR team got in touch with us for campus interviews, and the first 15 students of our training academy got placed at Kotak Bank. So imagine we get a call, we were calling everybody that get a call and this happened. And I still remember the starting salary at that time for 1.8 lakh, and I don't know 2,000 there. That was not a bad salary to be on the payroll of Kotak Bank to get 15,000 a month. And when Kotak Bank hired, Axis Bank said we want to interview, and they called the next set of people, and so on. We started learning. So my point here is, find purpose, find something good you want to do in life. Let it be an honest purpose. Let it be something that will benefit you and others. Means work for me, I can work for Okay, so please pardon my call. I have a slightly bad throat. Like I said, I wanted to be here, so I'm so I'll spend a minute or two on the Indian economy. And I think it's a great time for all of you youngsters to be the country at this time. The unique thing about all of you is you are bright future of this great country. Yeah, and that's something you should do responsibly. So let's talk of the Indian economy. The Indian economy is galloping. It's not walking. It's not, something. It's galloping. Why do I say that? You may have read we are moving towards being the fifth, from the fifth largest economy to the third largest economy in the globe. These are some figures in US dollars so that they are comparable. The per capita income is slated to move from 2.03 lakh per annum. Per capita is when you take national income and divide it by population to about 3.09 lakh per annum in the next 5 years. Okay, that's significant. So that's a 15% jump. That doesn't happen in many countries. It's going to happen in India. It's expected to happen. Now, these are projections. I'm going to request the youngsters to listen. If I may request for your attention, please. Yeah, it's going to help you. This information is going to help you. So the first 2 points are more projections over the next 5 years. But the points at the bottom, the last 4 points at the bottom, this is historical. It's already proven. Yeah, and that's what I want you to listen to very, very carefully. What's happened in India is extremely encouraging. Total direct tax collection. So you have direct taxes coming from individuals and companies, corporate tax. That has gone up by as much as 18% between financial year 22 and 23. When I say 22 means 21, 22, and 23 is 22, 23. Now 18% is significant. Okay, taxes are up means income is up. That is significant. GST collections, indirect tax. With indirect tax, you have GST, you have excise, you have customs. But the biggest component is GST, which came in July of 2017. GST collections are up by 22% year on year. Very significant. Okay. Commercial vehicle and passenger vehicle sales, surprisingly 33% and 37% up. Services exports, IT, ITES, BPO, KPO, LPO, companies that cater to clients that are overseas, or they send their software engineers overseas to work for clients and they bill them in US dollars. These are up by 28%. Okay. So what has all this got to do with your career? That's something we're going to connect now. Yeah. I'm going to share with you some important points that will help you. If the Indian economy is doing well, what this directly means is there will be a lot more opportunities for youngsters like you. Companies will need more and more employees, and they will want employees at the entry level. And that's where graduates with either a graduation or something will be needed. If there is demand, all right, it's very likely that salaries will also become attractive. It's another good thing. So if the economy is doing well, more opportunities for youngsters like all of you. That's very, very significant. Okay, so that's why the slide on the Indian economy. So what you need to keep in mind when it comes to your career. And please remember this is your career, right? So you've got to keep a few things in mind. A career is long term. I mean, it can run for 35, 40 years. So a job is, okay, you may be in the same job if you choose to be for 35, 40 years, but that doesn't happen too much nowadays. It happened about 40, 50 years back. When we joined the railways, we stayed in the railways for till the time they reached the age of 60. After that. So a job is relatively short term, but a career is long term. So choose your industry well. Do your research. Choose your role that you will probably take up well. What are you cut out for? Spend time on that. Your future prospects is what should decide the industry and the company that you want to join. It should not be just the money. Money is important, but at some point you'll realize, if you ask me today, how important is it? Probably the third, fourth criteria in my choice today. Okay, so choose what you want to do, choose your industry, choose your company, keeping in mind your future growth prospects. That's very important. Make sure any job you hold should not be less than 3 years. It should be 3 years or more. You don't get into the job hopping scenario. That's going to reduce the value of your CV. And anything less than 3 years for the next employer is a red flag. Meaning this person is likely to leave soon. I'm not keen to take this person. Okay, so don't get into that segment of candidates at all. Very detrimental for you. Over the years, keep upskilling. Just stay relevant. Why upskilling? Because times are changing. New things keep coming up. And very interesting here is there's a lot of resources available online, and many of them are free. Okay, you go to websites like Coursera, you find a lot of courses are available. Either a very nominal cost, $199, $499, and some of them are even free. So use that opportunity to learn. It's all online. You don't need to go anywhere and sit in. You won't have someone like me boring you with a 30-minute lecture. Do it online, do it at your pace. There's plenty to learn. So use that opportunity. And networking is very helpful. When I say networking is very helpful, can you start by building a LinkedIn profile? Have you heard of LinkedIn? Very powerful. Okay, I've been using it for more than 15 years now. Extremely powerful. You will get into the workforce sooner or later. Can you start building a LinkedIn profile, a well-made LinkedIn profile? Can you start adding relevant connections? So if you think you're going to get into wealth management, are you connected with 100 people who are already into wealth management on LinkedIn? And if you send invitations, I have graduates who are connected to me. It's a good chance people accept. And there's no charge for building the LinkedIn basic profile. Premium one comes across. But a basic one, there's no charge at all. It's completely free. You start by building that. Now, very important, and like I said, a lot of things you'll get on the internet, so it's pointless that I cover those. But I got other things which picked up from experience. So when we interview people at the entry level, what do we look for? What do employers look for? Okay, very important for you to know this. What is the confidence level of the candidate? Now you may say that if it's a customer interfacing role, I need to be confident. If it's back office, it's okay if my confidence is not that great. No, not true. Confidence of candidates is something that the employer will look for. And I'm saying all this happens at the interview stage after the employer has shortlisted your CV based on your age, on your qualifications, or sometimes where you reside. If the workplace is going to be in Navi Mumbai, you reside on the Harbour Line, or be staying at Burgundy, and a lot of such things come in. So all this comes in when you go to the interview after your CV is shortlisted by the employer or by the recruiter at the employer organization. So confidence is very important. Grooming and etiquette, yeah, are you appropriately dressed? If you're going for an interview, you need to be dressed for the interview. It's very important, not just your attire, your hair, any other things related to grooming. I'm sure all of you are familiar with that. But that is looked at. Your communication skills, I have something on the next slide, so I'll cover that there. Your readiness for the interview. Have you done your bit of homework on the industry, on the company? How big is the company? How many products and services do they have? Where are their offices? Who are the promoters? You need to do all that bit of homework before you go for the interview. Your sincerity and honesty. When questions are put to you, how is it that your replies come across? Are they coming across as inflated replies, genuine replies that you can give an interview? Your intelligence, how well you are able to answer questions, applying your mind. You answer intelligent. That's what they will look for. Your ability to work hard. So some nice trick questions will be put to you to understand whether this is likely to be a hardworking employee or not. Sorry. And your overall personality related to the role. So what do I mean by this? If it's going to be a sales role, are you coming across as an extrovert? Or are you a very shy and reserved person? Or very suited for a sales role. If it's an operations role, you come across as someone with an analytical approach, may not be needed in a sales role. So what is your personality type? That is something that we will try and gauge in the interview. And what you must focus on. Okay, I think this is very relevant for all the youngsters sitting here who would like to pick up jobs after graduation or a course after graduation and then a job. Communication skills, very, very important. Okay, please work on your communication skills. What does that mean? It means your ability to put across your message very clearly. आप जो कहना चाह रहे हैं is the receiver of the message understanding what you're saying. Spoken and written skills. Today there's a lot of importance given to written skills as well, not just the way you speak. Okay, your grammar when you put across something. And don't rely on ChatGPT to generate your written skills. Okay. So on a lighter note, an employee was going to create a letter to be sent to the CEO of another company, and he put that request on ChatGPT to generate the letter. Okay, and things were inaccurate over there. So don't rely on ChatGPT to generate letters or AI to generate letters for you. Supply your mind, put in that effort, put in that hard work, and generate it yourself. It's going to come in handy for all times to come. And good English is definitely an advantage. Okay, let me not say that if you speak good Hindi, it's okay if you don't speak English. No, good English is an advantage, and that's a fact. And I'm sure all of you or most of you speak very good English. Some life skills that will come in handy: your self-confidence, your ability to manage time, your social skills, okay, your interaction with people. So all of these will come in very, very handy. And that is something you should work on. If you're short on any of these, make sure you build on this while you're still in college. Your work readiness, again, grooming I already covered. And these two slides are correlated. What do employers look for and what you should focus on, obviously, because you will focus on areas that are important to an employer. Your CV should look impressive, okay? Your computer skills, it's a given that Word, Excel, PowerPoint is not good enough. You need to have some good, strong skills that can come in handy. You're planning to take up accounting, are you familiar with Tally, for instance? Or data, are you familiar with advanced Excel? These are some skills you should have. So I'm not talking so much of hardware skills, more of the software things which are relevant to your job. And yes, it helps to have a fair idea about current affairs. But the question is put to you, what do you think will happen in the next general elections? And you don't know when they are coming, that's not a good thing. So please read up the newspapers as a daily routine. So not every page, maybe not 25 pages of Times of India, but the front page and the Business Times page can you read. Or can you pick up an Economic Times if you intend to work in a company and get through sectors like finance? Some of those things will help you a lot. And domain knowledge, yeah, if you're planning to get into a particular industry, have information about that industry, about that company. Some information, yes. You cannot be in the dark. If you're going for an interview of risk management, you cannot be in the dark on what is enterprise risk management. You have some idea about that. I put the example of insurance here, but into any industry. Now, these are career options which are more suited for students of management, students of commerce. I'm sure many of these you've already heard of or researched or studied or gone through brochures. And what is it you need to do? When is it you need to get into the entrance exams and whatnot? So I will spend limited time here. Right, I'll go through this fast because all of this is for your benefit. I'm sure many of you have used the information on collegedunia.com. And it's a very good website. In case you haven't heard of it or used it, please note down collegedunia.com. Very, very helpful website. All the youngsters I interact with, I tell them your basic information is available on the net. You may have other websites too, but I found this one has about most of the courses that could be of interest to art, science, and commerce students. So collegeindia.com is very helpful. So you could do an MBA, you could do a chartered accountancy, and these are courses that will open up many avenues, multiple avenues. Okay, that's one wonderful thing about an MBA and a chartered accountancy. You could also think of doing company secretary, a CFA course, or a certified management accountant. Now, these are all very specialized. Just to give you an example, CFA will allow you to get into areas like investment management, portfolio management, and become a financial analyst, understand how to read balance sheets really well. Okay, and many other important areas which are covered in CFA. Good course, there are different levels in it, and it's not something which is very easy, but it's going to open up many career opportunities for you, right? So, like I said, all details you can get on the net. You can definitely get on collegeindia.com. So, I'm not diving too deep into that. We have limited time. Management accounting is where your strong points will be more in the area of accounting. Okay, so you need to understand intricate details of accounting entries and also data which is passed on to the management for decision making. You will have some MIS responsibilities as well, management information. Then it could be CPA. Okay, so countries like US, just like we have chartered accountancy, and if you need to sign a balance sheet as a statutory auditor, you need to be a chartered accountant here in India. That's the law. In the US, you need to be a certified public accountant. And likewise, in the US, you need to be an ACCA. So these are variants of chartered accountancy for different countries. And two examples here. One is US CPA, the other one is UK ACCA. So in those countries, you need to be one of these, as in the respective one, to be able to sign balance sheets over there. After a commerce degree, you could also do law. And nowadays, you have these. And for the last many years, you have integrated courses. So you could even take these up after 12th. You're in the commerce stream, or even in humanities. So there are universities where you can join at your first year level, and it's an integrated course. So it becomes a 3+2 after your 12th. That's also an option. I'm assuming many of you have already done your HSC, so for you it would be more like graduation plus the 2 years. You could get into the field of education, so B.Ed will be helpful. Like ma'am before me just said, it's turning into a very lucrative area. So please give it significant thought. If teaching is your passion, okay? And sometimes people worry it may not pay well. That's changed. That's changed in the last 10, 15 years and changed wonderfully. Okay, so please look at it as an option if teaching is your passion. You could be a CFP, which means you're helping people with their personal finances, retirement planning, are they well insured and whatnot. You could also do a course in investment banking. A lot of people ask, I want to be an investment banker, what should I be doing? Well, honestly, if you want to be a hardcore investment banker, you should complete your MBA from IIM Ahmedabad, Bangalore, Kolkata. Okay, or Indian School of Business, ISB Hyderabad. But in case you want to get into in the investment banking back office, where the jobs also pay 25,000-30,000 a month, but you're not doing mergers and acquisition or deal valuation, but you'll be doing a lot of documentation work. Then there are short duration 6-month courses available for investment banking, and that could be a start. After graduation, you can think of that as well. And those are typically called certificate in investment banking. You have your government exams for banking, probationary officer, which is called PO. That is something that you can think of. When you get into banking, there are additional courses you can think of. There's JB, IIB, CA, IIB. Those as well. These, something like this will help you get into the public sector bank as a probationary officer. Starting salaries could range between 30 to 45,000 a month. It's not a bad option if you intend to make a career in banking in a public sector bank. Of course, insurance, very big. You have life insurance, general insurance, health insurance, We have over 100 private sector companies, or close to 100 private sector companies operating in that space. It's a big opportunity. Think of it, if your intent is to get into something which is related to risk management. Wealth management is where you're helping, the wealthy people manage their money. It's a good opportunity too. So think about that if your inclination is there. Risk management is an entirely different area related to students of commerce and BMS, where you're understanding the various risks any business is exposed to. That's the one. And digital marketing, another popular one which is done by students of commerce, is an area that helps you work for an organization that wants to publicize its products or services online, social media, and various other avenues of publicizing their products and services. Okay, so I picked up some points when I was reading one very interesting 60-page report on future of jobs. There were some 35 points, but I thought some 4 key points I must share with all of you that come in handy. What can happen over the next 5 years when it comes to jobs? And this could be a relevant period for most of you. There will be an increasing importance laid on your ability to have problem-solving skills at the workplace. Okay, please note. Now, this might sound a little complicated right now, but when I say problem-solving skills, even at the entry level, if something is put to you or something comes your way, how do you apply your mind to sort it out for the company? And then you go to your immediate boss and say, this is my problem, but I've also come to you with a solution. Okay, I'm not sitting here only with a problem. And you may have 2 solutions, 3 solutions. So that will be seen as a big advantage, your ability to have problem-solving skills. Your stress or companies will lay stress on creative, analytical, and technological skills. Find technology coming again and again. Okay, and times are changing. So today technology is not an option, it's a compulsion. You need to be better. Okay, but analytical skills, how well you're able to understand what is going wrong. Can you read data and pull out some valuable insights? AI, artificial intelligence, and big data skills, innovation, and customer centricity. So you have customers who are external customers who pay for the services of the company. You also have internal customers. If you're working in the HR department, all the employees are your internal customers. Okay? So are you customer focused? That is something which will get a lot of importance. It's already important, but the stress will just keep going up. Continuous learning and high technology again. Okay, so when I say continuous learning, keep upskilling. And that's what I said earlier. Today, there's a wide range of courses available online. So if it's a 10-hour course which you can do over 4 weekends by putting in 3 hours every Sunday, 4 Sundays, do it. Please put that effort to those certificates and the learning. Not so much the certificate, but the learning is something that will help you substantially. So just to share with you, I worked for 27 years in June of 2023, just 2 months back. I decided to go in for a certificate course myself. And this was something I was sharing with Adam Principal and Vishal, who's sitting here with us. But this had to do with becoming an independent director on the board of companies. And it was a 3-day training, and there was 42 online modules to study and an exam where the pass rate is 50%. And I decided to do it. So I'm saying keep that learning activity, the upskilling activity for yourself as something which is continuous. You have to sacrifice some personal time when you have a job. Jobs can be demanding. You probably reach home exhausted at 8 in the evening if you left at 8 in the morning. But can you pull out those 3 hours on a weekend? Pull out those hours on a bank holiday. Yeah. So online courses give you the flexibility of completing 10 hours of learning in a period of 60 days. So 60 days you can pull out 10 hours and get certified. So do it. It's worth, even if it costs you a certain nominal amount of the course, please do it. It's relevant to what you're handling at work. These are trends that are reflected, giving us an indication of what the next 5 years will be like for people who will be working. Stress on these areas will keep going up. And yes, one more, quote. Anybody knows who's Napoleon Hill? Ever heard that name? He's a very famous US motivational author. Authored many, many books. And one of his very prominent motivational lines, okay, is whatever the human mind can conceive and believe, it will achieve. Right? So if you right now think that most of you are between 18 and 20, am I right? Wrong? Maybe 1 or 2 years later, 17 and 20, 21. Yeah. So if you're thinking at the age of 40, you can be the CEO of a company, so whatever your mind can conceive, and you also believe it. So I'm seeing some smiles over there. So I believe there will be CEOs from youngsters like you. You're the future of this country. You will be running companies. Maybe some other promoters' company, maybe your own company. Okay, either way you could be CEO of a company. If your mind believes it, your mind to begin with conceives it, it thinks of it. And then it believes, yeah, it's possible. You will start working in that direction. So don't ever hesitate to think big. Never underestimate the power of the human mind. Because if your mind is made up to do something, there's a good chance, a very high probability that you will achieve that. All right, so this is something that's worked for me. There have been situations at work where it's looking possible. So this problem can't be resolved, but the mind said no, there will be a solution. The mind kept believing there will be a solution. And out of the blue, you have to work for it, not that it comes straight on a platter to you. But when you work in that direction, things begin to happen. So please believe, please conceive before you believe, and then believe that something big can happen in your life. You could be the CEO of a company at maybe the age of 35. You have to work in that direction with sincerity, diligence, lots of hard work. Yeah, people talk smart work, but don't discount hard work. It has its share of importance in everything that you do. And if all of this falls in place, you perceiving it, believing it, and working in that direction, it will happen. Yeah, so that's my last slide. The last one is to wish you the very best for your careers. I'm sure we'll see many, many famous names coming from SIS College, maybe from this auditorium, surely from this auditorium too. Please work in that direction and work hard, make a name for yourself, make everybody proud. Thank you very much. Any questions for me? I'll be happy to answer in case you would like to. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your knowledgeable words. Now, moving ahead and inviting Ms. Shalini Gamri to light on skill enrichment and personality development. Shalini Gamri is a certified psychological counselor and behavioral coach at the corporates. She is the founder of Shaja Training Solutions and the Talk Therapy Club. With a total professional experience of 25 years, she has conducted over 500 plus corporate and institutional workshops and taken over 350 plus counseling sessions since 2020 and has worked with over 30,000 plus people across India and also. She has been associated with the SIS Institute and its students from various faculties for the past 4+ years. She is here to give you a perspective on how your personality plays a solid role in your career. I may request Ms. Maya Khan to felicitate Ms. Aditi here.
Good morning, everyone. No, it's not good. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you. So please give the gentleman a round of applause. It takes courage to come here and speak. So I'm so happy to be here. I'm not sure if some of you have seen me here before. How many of you have seen me here before? Okay, I see a few hands. I'm glad that many of you have not seen me before because then the pressure of performance is less. Okay? So I'm going to tell you about your personality. How many of you think that your personality is something you really like? Confidently put up your hand. Your personality, your own. Put up your hand if you like it, you like it. ऐसे मतलब आधा like it. Okay, now we have to believe that something in your personality can affect. Sure. Okay. Okay, nice. So your personality will have factors and give you perspective of how important actually your whole time we get by your parents. It's important to get a job, earn money, be someone, have a name. How many of you want that really? पैसा चाहिए. Title, position, visiting card. Okay, great, nice. So it's if you don't have ambition, then your journey is still to begin, I would say. If you have ambition, then yes, you want a good job, you want to earn some money, you want to buy your own house, you want all that life has to offer. But you know, all of these dreams you study with, you get your certifications, you get your degree, and then you go into a company to earn your job, and the HR sitting there. I have been in HR before, so I will tell you how they look at you and call you in for an interview. You're sitting in the reception area, nicely dressed. See, we teach wear formal clothes. पहली बता के भेजते हैं ये क्वेश्चन को ये जवाब देना. हाँ, so you're fully trained, ready to go, but you're not sitting properly in the reception area. I am seeing here also देखते ही पता चल जाता है how many of you are with me or how many of you are out of the space physically with me. How many of you are here with me? Nice. Okay. And how many are pretending to be with me? So it's easy, we used to see the CCTV camera, we used to look at the person sitting in the reception, and हम HR में 4 लड़कियां थी, super fun थी. हम decide करते थे who is the most good looking, उसको पहले इंटरव्यू के लिए बुलाएंगे. Really, हमारे लाइफ में तो और क्या मजा है ना, except for freshers coming for interviews. So whoever, if I have my friend who is a male, he will say पहले लड़की को बुला. If my partner is a female, तो पहले लड़के को बुला. Okay? What is the criteria of good looks? On your face. How is the person sitting? What has he worn or what has she worn? कितना baggage लेके आया साथ में? So if the guy has a big bag which he पहले ही चल गए हम. क्या लेके आया होगा bag में? Okay? So many judgments. Na? It's so ironic when you're from the time you're a kid, we teach you don't judge, don't judge, don't judge. It's not good. How many of you believe नहीं करना चाहिए लोगों को judge? कितना ऐसा लगता है we should not judge. And then we get you ready. If get ready, people are going to judge you. Right? We tell you don't talk to strangers, don't talk to strangers, never talk to strangers, and then we teach you to network and talk to strangers. Right? Not to LinkedIn, next strangers, connection request. पूरी दुनिया में simple logic for that, right? When you're small, you don't know which stranger is good or bad for you. As you grow up, you're able to identify which stranger is going to be the you're not. Simple. We trust that you built that skill. Okay? So your personality has already for so many years been groomed. Right? You have learned how to speak. You have learned how to tell that you're hungry. You have learned how to tell that you're sad or you're angry. Your personality has slowly been groomed. But this is not enough. As you move into the corporate structure for all those positions that you have been listening since morning, you will realize you're up against massive competition. You're up against massive ego. Ego बाकी छोड़ो. Everything is being judged. Your hairstyle, your clothes, your shoes, the way you walk, talk, everything. You're up against people who have large amount of experience sitting in the organization for 15 to 20 years, and then you will come in and take the current salary package. Not fair, is it? Right? That person has been there for 15 years, and then you will come in and taking the current salary package. मतलब आपकी salary उसके level की हो गई. Now you're up against such people who are already a little negative towards you. So how do you deal with all of this? Your current personality is not going to allow you to deal with all of this. Lot of people who step into corporate end up earning just 35,000 rupees. Good salary? Very good. It's money only. 30-35 is not good salary. No for you. How many of you would like to earn a lakh and a half as salary? If you're not sure, then you're okay with 30-35. 8 lakh, you're very lucky. But after doing your money the next 5.5 years, you like to earn about a lakh and a half. जितना पढ़ाई कर रहे हो इसके लिए not sure. And even the fact that I marry some I hope you are in for earning that much money. Okay, that much of money. How many of you are okay with working for about 8 to 9 hours a day? 8 to 9 hours a day. पहले 6 घंटे और 8 to 9 hours. How many of you are okay with working Saturdays? How many of you are okay with traveling from Thane to those games? इतने हाथ कम हो गए. 1 लाख सबको चाहिए. काम नहीं करना है बस. ऐसे दे दो. Okay, so your personality is going to determine your likability in the industry. And your likability in the industry is very important for how much money you earn or what position you sit on. Am I making sense? Yes. Yes. Okay, so your likability is extremely important. Today your friends might love you no matter what because you are their friend. Tomorrow one mistake can cost you your position. One mistake can cost you your teammates. Okay, so what are the important aspects of personality? Can I have the next slide? Sorry. Oh yeah. You know, this is the human body. And the human body is made up of elements. You have the digestive system, the respiratory system, reproductive system, skeletal system, nervous system, muscular system, cardiovascular system, urinary system, 30 to 40 and more such systems. सबके पास है? किसी का कोई सिस्टम बंद है? नहीं? किसी की कोई सिस्टम ने सुबह को बोला कि I have done enough of breathing for you. Could you please work on your digestion? Yeah? Or has the digestive system said that you have abused me? With your whatever all the nonsense you have put in your stomach, today I'm going to give you a tough time. Then what happens to your day? Horrible day. You're spending it in 1/4 of the college work whole day. Right? So when all of these systems work everything is working simultaneously. Yes or not? That is the living body. So amazing. If the body had to ask you for permission, I'm sure you'd create some mess in it. Yeah, you shut down one system or the other. I'm too tired of breathing today. Let me only reproduce. Right? So you definitely make some mistake. Okay, so the body does not ask you, it just needs functioning on its own. Similarly, your personality is built up of such systems. The gentleman just now spoke about communication as a system, presentation skills, the language skills. How well do you speak English? Just speaking English might not be enough. How do you use that English to influence people and get them to buy what you are trying to convince them of? Your networking skills, talking to strangers. Yeah, is it easy to talk to strangers? No? No, are you sure? Yes? How many of you say yes? Nowadays, people share more with strangers on social media than they share with their parents or their siblings. You know? Yes or no? You make friends like this on Facebook and on Instagram. Where did you meet this person? On Instagram. Yeah? So networking skills. Now, networking skills doesn't only mean speaking to people. It means who you're speaking to for what. Right? So professionals like myself who have clear goals, we will be very specific as to who is the person who is going to be instrumental in my journey. I will only speak with that person. The other people I will speak to, but not invest so much time into that. Youngsters, you are like yourself, you all might have other interests. Maybe you want to learn something new. So you will invest time into a particular person who you met online. So depends on what your agenda is, accordingly you network. That is networking skills. If the strangers sit on auto rickshaw, driver, and here, there, everywhere, we are speaking only. Yes, not. How many of you do talk to auto driver? You talk now? Be kind, talk. Okay, grooming. Grooming is not just about how you comb your hair or what clothes you wore. It is about how you eat when you go to seminars. I have heard from top-notch corporates. I do corporate training for a living, by the way. So top-notch corporates, they send their people as nominations for seminar और वो वहाँ पे सिर्फ खाना खाने जाते हैं. Can you believe? Right? So grooming is about how you are representing your organization. Say you get a job with Wipro. You know Wipro? Yes. Godrej. You know Godrej? Now you are the brand ambassador of Godrej. When they see you, they are able to judge how Godrej treats their employees. If you go to a seminar and overeat there and only are seen at the food stall, it's clear Godrej में तो खाना देते ही नहीं है लोगों को. खाना खाने ही नहीं देते. This is what people start talking about the company, not you. They might not even know your name. Right? So you become the brand ambassador. Microsoft, do you know? Google, do you know Google? Have you been to the Google office or seen it on Google? Yes? No? If you don't check out these big companies, which company you want to go and work for?
Earn more than that.
And earn more than lakh. Please check out some of your favorite companies. Have a list of 10 companies. Write it down. I want to work for one of these companies, 1 to 10. Then check out those companies, how big they are. Am I making sense? Otherwise, आप छोटे 10 crore का turnover वाले company के पास जाके बोलोगे मेरे को 2 लाख की salary चाहिए. Right? Okay. Ego management. Do you know this word ego? Do you have it? Yes. Who said no? How did you say no? I'm not sure. Ego is basically it's shown as being negative, right? People, when you say that person has an ego, you're talking about that person negatively. It's an assumption. Everyone has ego. If you don't have ego, then how will you have self-respect and self-concept and confidence and all of those things? Okay, but how to manage that ego? When your ego is up against another individual, there's a little management that takes place, right? If I speak to somebody loudly and that person replies back loudly, they're just basically screaming at each other. Yes, not? Like me and my husband do most times. Yeah? So basically screaming at each other sometimes. So ego management is a good skill to develop. When you know how to manage egos of different personalities, you're able to manage this amazing team that treats you as their mentor. Would that be nice? You're only in your 20s, but they treat you to be their mentors. So cool, right? You got a position way early in life, and that's really good. Team building. Here is where all the chick chick mostly happens. अकेले काम करने बोलो are very good. Okay, so 3 people more, they are not good. That's why the work is not happening. Yeah, how many people are working teams and think that you are a good leader? Okay, how many people believe that you follow? Just I'll give it to you. Nice, it's good. You can't always have everybody being leaders. You need some good followers also. That's the first lesson of leadership, in fact. I believe myself that I'm a very good follower. You make me lead, I don't like it. I only like to teach leadership. Yeah, I don't like to lead other people too much. I do it to save my life, but I don't like to do it. Following is easy, it's good. You also become instrumental in getting the work done, basically. Right? Leaders are mostly instructionals, but followers basically get that thing done, right? So such are skills. Conflict management. होते हैं झगड़े? Huh? Have you ever fought with anybody? Yes. What fighters we have? A room full of fighters, right? Have you ever stopped talking to anybody? Yes. Have you ever sent long WhatsApp messages explaining why you said what you said? Yeah. And then after you've written that WhatsApp message and sent it, you delete it to all. Yes, happens. Has it ever happened that you have ended up opening your mouth and vomiting all your anger out? And then you are saying sorry for what you said, but what really happened has been forgotten. The root cause or the trigger of why you got angry is at the side. Now you are fighting on what you said and how you said and why you said. Happens? Yes. So that's why conflict management happens. All of us get angry, but each of us have a different mechanism to deal with that. The way we portray our anger will be different. Some people will go silent. How many of you have that? They die. You can't find them for 3-4 days. Right? And some of you will scream there only. My anger is such, it's out, over, and after 2 days I'm back to normal. Okay, so different people have different ways of dealing with anger. And there's 100 such skills to develop time and again. One of the lines the earlier speaker spoke about is to keep yourself upgraded at all times. Innovate and keep yourself upgraded at all times. Okay, when you walk into a corporate line, a financial organization or a bank, there's a different culture out there. If you walk into an event management company or a media company, there's a different culture out there. Okay, so how do you adapt to these cultures? How do you build mental toughness that helps you in your journey, motivates you further and further? That is developing a very smart personality. Am I making sense? Yes, this personality doesn't take you further only in your profession, but also helps you manage your personal relationships better. Okay, and that is where maturity develops also. Now, I've been associated with SIS College for quite a few years. In fact, this was one of the first colleges I had come when I had started my training journey. Okay, 16 years I worked with the corporate. In 2017, I decided to start up with my own company in trainings. And SIS College was one of such institutions that had allowed me to innovate and to deliver sessions on the subjects that I really liked. Thankfully, I have built a very good rapport with the students that I have worked with also. And some of the students I have worked with and those that have passed out of the college today come and assist me at the workshops that I do at the corporates. It is such an old and such a strong relationship. Isn't it good? Then you should clap for the college. So we have done several personality development workshops over the past few years. Okay, many workshops have been done in this very setup, in this very area. Lots of activities to highlight team building skills, communication skills, your ego management skills. Lots of activities have been. I actually wanted to put out a video for you because we've had so much of fun in this particular auditorium. But I didn't have the time to put that video up for you. So the point is that the college is giving these things to you. They're creating packages, they're putting it out there for you. If you are not making use of it and you think that you will go out and you will learn these skills, then what is the difference between you and me? I took 30 to 45 years to learn these things. After I fell down several times and hurt myself. Okay, why would you want to go fall into the same potholes? Why would you not take these things that are given to you now so that you know that hey, there's a pothole coming. You know what I mean? Right? So you'll find new challenges, no? You will meet new people, you will face new struggles, new problems, and you will find new solutions. Correct or not? Then it makes sense, no? If you go do the same wrong things that we did, if you don't learn now, then the journey is just long and tiring and boring. Trust me. Okay, but if you gather this information that specialists of the industries are putting out for you there, ready-made, telling you what they have gone through, you already have a good sense of what's coming in the future for you, right? And then you can go out there and explore more, bigger, and reach that particular figure or that position in the next 10 years, not 20, 25 years. Good? Yes? So I hope that you will be a part of the next personality development program that we do. Maharashri ma'am has always been super supportive to the kids, to all your students. Yes, so she is very approachable. Please make sure that you connect to her, all her coordinators, and I see you in the next workshop. Good? Okay, so you have a good day. I wish you the best. I hope to see you on the other side. Whatever is your figure, okay? I'll see you on the other side. Thank you very much.
Who has been awarded lot of prizes for each and every field. But first year she was a very shy student. Third year she was a top of theory, not only in theory, in every activity. Now she is into journalism.
She's a reporter midday.
And editor, anything. All these students are really doing well. I just really I could see now where they are. So I can see these crowd, these skills, very much required. Personality development is an important skill. All in you can go for their package. Okay, all the best.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your enthusiastic words. Coming to our next speaker, we invite Ms. Nair, who is going to enlighten about careers in the information technology. Ms. Maya Nair is an expert in computer science and application, holding MPhil in the same area. She has been serving our college for more than 18 years. She is an active member of the MOPS committee of college and is an adorable mentor. She has participated in several workshops, conferences, and seminars, and with this, she holds a strong presentation skill and is also an author of several publications. Every question, it would be our honor to invite Ms. Maya Nair on stage to address the audience. I can see almost all my students over here. Okay, thank you so much for that elaborate description. For my students, everybody knows, except for the students who are not from computer science. Basically, when I'm here, this of the career opportunity and I'm not planning to say a few words only for the computer science students. Basically, it's like computer science, IT, and DS. These are the three streams which hold the concept of career in IT. But it's rather opposite. If people have been to the innovative speech of our principal, Dr. Mashankar, you have got to know that this is NEP that has come up. Now, but in SY and DY, your opposite, those who are in the first year, you will have a kind of a plethora of courses that is actually available, where any student of any stream can take up any course. The one who is doing not only of the CSIT or BS, any set of students would be able to get into this and have it with them. So when I go with the introduction about the IT industry or the careers in IT industry, basically there is no question or no when we talk about and its relevance. The rapidly evolving digital era, you find the IT industry is offering an abundance of lucrative courses, courses. There are different possible types of opportunities which are arising. Only thing is that those who want to actually unlock this particular part, who want to go that some skills that they have would be a kind of technical skills, obviously, and creativity as well as adaptability. The reason is IT is an ever-changing, ever having more and more contents coming up, kind of a field. Paths which is possible. It's not a single kind of an opportunity you have, and it doesn't mean that all the opportunity you have in IT is only for programmers. It's not like that only programmers or software development is actually a part of computer business, IT or a computer science kind of a field. You have plethora of courses, plethora of career opportunities, and all the possible options that we have, but we will try to just go through some of them, the most commonly used or the most popularly selected by users. Yeah. The first and foremost is nothing but software development. Whenever anybody takes a course in IT, they always dream of becoming software developers. Obviously, as ma'am said, if you want a salary of more than 1 lakh, 1.5 to 3.5, okay, that is per month. Okay, that is what you people are expecting. So you would be expecting to get into some good software companies. Google, yes, everybody would like to go over there. AWS, there are many other different companies which are available. Software development, what basically you understand by software development? It will be like you are analyzing a problem, designing a solution to that, and deploying that solution and giving the user the solution. Okay, so this is the leader over there. What would be it should be like communicate to the computer. Obviously, when you need to communicate to somebody, you need a language, right? Everybody needs to communicate to one another. You need a language associated. So you want to computer, you want to communicate. So basically, what you need is a language. Computer language. Programming language. Programming language is not a kind of stuff that can be learned only by GS students. Nothing like that. It's that you need to have an and many other programming languages. So there are a huge programming language to be the master. You don't have to be jack of all trades. Rather, ensure that you are the king of one particular single discipline. Once you learn one programming language thoroughly, you find it's very easy for you to adapt to any other language. Obviously, we don't say like once you learn a programming language, you are supposed to stick on to it. Maybe if you have heard the language you can adapt to any programming language. But adaptability is obviously a must for anybody who wants to go into software development. When you say software development, basically there are different types of software that you develop, right? We can have standalone applications. What basically would you mean by standalone applications? An application which is meant for one single small store. That store doesn't have any other connectivity. They have only one single machine. They want all the invoices as well as the appropriate item list and item this information all to be taken care by that software. So it's going to work on a single machine. So there you need to go for software development, which is planning out for a single machine, that's standalone application. Then obviously you have web applications. Okay, web designers, which are very common, right? So what happens in such kind of a situation? You have computers which are interconnected. You can have people connecting to your software, not from the same machine where the software is installed, from anywhere. So that is your web applications, and then comes the mobile applications, which can run on any sort of mobile phones, whether it's an Android, it's an iOS, provided you have complete information about which language would suit the other one. Okay? Obviously, mobile applications everybody knows, right? Yes? What language suits iOS? Yes? Swift. Okay, there is a language called as Swift, which actually suits iOS mobile. That is the Apple or iPhone. And when it comes to Android, Java as well as something called as Kotlin. So these are the languages which come up every now and then. So as the sir before me, he has spoken, like you have to be updated. It is true for every field, not only for commerce or finance. It's true for every field. Even for computer science, you need to update yourself and have an idea about what exactly is going in the industry. So this was one possible career opportunity. Then comes the other commonly chosen one for those who don't want to get into the programming language and all the other stuff, but they are good at doing the networking. This is not the networking that the man said, okay? That kind of networking was different, right? Okay. This is not about the social networking. This is about the computer network administration. How you ensure the various computers are connected to one another. Obviously, you know, computers can't work in a standalone fashion nowadays. There is no meaning. Every computer should be connected to one another. So how exactly this connection has to be maintained? You can go with the appropriate implementation part of this. There are certain certifications which are available. Companies accept a particular certificate. There are possible certificates, and accordingly, people are given career opportunities in this one. So that is about the network administration, which aims to manage, monitor, maintain, secure, and service an organization's network. Okay, so it requires a specific set of tasks depending upon what networking you are doing. If you are working for a big organization, the organization has branches all over the world. Obviously, the networking and the concepts would become more complex. Working for a small organization, accordingly. So it all depends. Then comes another very commonly popular, we can say, a kind of a popular kind of a opportunity that's about cyber security and about ethical hacking. Cyber security, as the name indicates, everybody knows, basically, since every machine is connected to one another and people are there in the internet for every purpose, obviously there's a need of drawing lines or borders across the various machines. Okay, so we can't directly have such kind of a connection, but we would be able to generate some security. So the personnel who get into the protocols and the appropriate methods with which unauthorized access can be taken into consideration, as well as they can ensure that there is no theft of data, no damage of data. So these professionals, cybersecurity professionals, are ensuring that. There is a bit of programming that is required over there, but it would be more into the protocols. Various protocols that you actually implement to handle the situation. Then comes this kind of a ethical hacking. Everybody understood from the diagram. Okay, this is kind of picture that is shown. Though he is a hacker, he is a hacking, but it is authorized hacking. Ethical basically understand by providing a kind of training to a set of people who do hacking, not for the purpose it is meant. Okay, it's easy to move the hacking. What exactly do ethical do? They try to find out the threats that are there for an existing website. Existing websites. Ethical hackers try to breach the security. The security which are by whom? Cyber security professionals. Okay, the cyber security professionals have built up a kind of a security to the system for their appropriate websites, and these ethical hackers are actually trained to actually breach the security measures which are actually implemented to ensure what authorized hacking method. Okay, so people who have very keen interest, there are certain kind of people who are actually who are able to able to identify what exactly is happening. Okay, they have the good source as well as bad source coming up. Okay, so they would be able to understand what exactly could be the reason for this. They can provide some other this one seven possible breaches onto the available security website and ensure that the security of that particular website would be made more beneficial. Then comes the very topic of this one. That is the data analytics, that is data science. Okay, where this particular would be to analyze the data. If you talk about data analytics, is not an opportunity that has come. It's a this career path was there, maybe dated from 1960 onwards. People used to analyze data. Statisticians were the major people who used to, the one who generally used to go for data analytics. They were statisticians. They used to take the data which is available, they used to find a kind of a trend which is there in the data, and according to that trend, they used to say what is the current situation. Okay, they can just say what has actually happened. With the given trend of data, what was the problem if there was a problem with the data. But when it comes to data science, you find a data science course or a data science implementation is a bit different, where they do everything that a data analytic personnel would be doing. But in addition to that, they will be applying certain models, which we call it as what? Some machine learning models, which will help them in predicting what will be happening after a certain set of years. Sorry. That means a particular organization can predict. For a particular organization, we may predict what would happen after a certain span of time. Sorry. And then comes the AI and machine learning. AI, you find that we don't have to actually say much about AI. AI, you find, is something you find is very common. For example, the ChatGPT. Really more. What about the ChatGPT? What actually happens is that the ChatGPT, every common man has got an idea about AI. But it doesn't mean that it's only the ChatGPT which actually has taken AI or which has been implementing AI. AI is something that has been there from there. So basically what we have intelligence to otherwise nature, we try to put appropriate intelligence into it so that it can take decisions. of your system. It has been used up in several fields, like it is there in healthcare, it is there in finance, it's there in transportation, and so on. Any example, you know, of AI or anyone? Yes? Yes? Have you heard about robotic surgeries? Yes. So we can say robotic surgery is also a bit of AI involved in it. Okay, robotics as such is a part of this one. Where, what, any idea about what happens in robotic surgery? Yes. What do you mean in robotic surgery there is no doctor? The doctor is there, and then yes, angioplasty. So basically, what exactly happens in a robotic surgery would be, you would be having a small robotic structure which is inserted into the human body with a keyhole or something, and it will be directed to that particular part that is the brain. You will be having practitioner, okay, that is expert, who would be having proper control over that particular robotic structure. He would be controlling how that particular part, for example, there is a kind of a blockage in the wall or something, for example. So, by the control of the expert, the medical practitioner, that robotic structure would remove the block. Okay, so there is no open heart surgery that is required. This is the robotic concepts can be brought up in like for example healthcare. So complete intelligence was there. You have who will be controlling the robotic structure which is born inside the human body. So that is one example of how it can be used in healthcare. And what self-driving cars. It's going to be the future of cars. Previously, goes hand in hand. This can so machine learning basically is nothing but you are training a computer or a machine to adapt to the situation by providing it some which is currently available. So that at a later time, it will ask them with a question, the question, with the data that it has been already trained with, it is able to give it the that is a multiple of the thing. Okay, the better to train the machine, the better it will give you an accurate response. So that kind of machine learning. And we find AI and they go hand in hand. They go together to provide us. Then you have another kind of a field that is implementing cloud computing. But just basic idea. Cloud computing is a kind of field that you have, or a career path that you have in IT, whereby there is a management of resources where anybody can have a resource which is not available with them. Okay, a computer or a server, they can have access to a computer or a server that is not actually there with them. They have a mobile phone. Okay, they are able to access only a mobile phone, but they want to have an access to a big server. It's very easy with the cloud computing concept, whereby you need to just provision a server which is available to the service provider, and that accessing of that service provider portal can be done with your mobile phone. You will be able to control a server
which is not under your premise, which is not there in your premise, which is far away, and still you are able to have control of it. You can ensure what are the contents which is supposed to be there in the server, how to retrieve it, everything. So user startup companies, which nowadays they don't have to actually have a server of their own. They need to just provision servers provided by the appropriate service providers. Any names of the service providers that you know about? AWS, Microsoft, Azure, Google Clouds. You find that there are a lot of competitors that come with the cloud computing environment. So this is another focus option. Then we are moving on to those kind of areas which doesn't have to be a person doesn't have to be a complete IT professional to get into this kind of a job. I mean, you don't have to have a proper degree of CS, IT, or DS to get into this kind of job. But these are all considered to be part of IT, which includes digital marketing and online landscape, which includes what we generally call it as SEO. Have you heard about SEO? It's basically what a part of digital marketing. We call it as search engine optimization. So any organization, if it wants to be made available to the user, or if you want to publicize their appropriate website, they go over to that service optimization. So marketing, though it's not something that for computer science, you don't have to have a language kind of a but it really is a kind of a field which is many people are taking opportunity. Social media management, content creation, which is irrespective of any stream. Okay, it need not be a particular stream. Irrespective of whatever stream you are, you can get into content creation, digital markets. These are all they play a crucial role in helping businesses to engage their target audience online. So because all of the activities currently for organizations happen online, you find that this is a very possible kind of a career path to go. But it's not going to hard computer science with different practices. So this is a particular part of the problem. The next one is multimedia and animation and games and all other stuff. Okay, so those are the interested in the animation part of game program to have a separation of it. There are certain tools and technologies that you have to when we say these are all the possible paths, I'm not just select few. As I told you, it's a plethora of possible career paths that you have. Okay, so excel in majority of the IT careers, individuals need strong technical skills. The technical skills vary depending upon the if it's software development, obviously the technical skill specifies the programming language and the state. It's a networking how good you are at the protocols. Okay, if you are into cybersecurity, having taken the appropriate protocol. So you need to have proper technical skills. What will be your career path? You need to have a good career skill, a technical skill. Network administration and analysis, depending upon path. They also, additional to all these things, they can also have problem solving. I think problem solving is a very common kind of a requirement. Any field, you are supposed to have this problem solving capability within you. Given a problem, how you are going to bring about a solution. Obviously, a software programmer will provide the solution in the form of what? The program. Okay, but what will be the appropriate career path that you are into? You need to learn the problem solving. And how do you somebody can learn the problem solving technique. How do you think? Yes, exactly. What is it? By practice. Problem solving would come to somebody only by practice. You can't get up in the morning and say that today I'm going to solve a problem and that problem is going to be solved perfectly. No, that's not going to be possible. You have to have a kind of, you actually develop that capability by just doing more and more things that you're supposed to do. If you're trying to improve your programming language skill, ensure that you are doing more programming. Take one or other situation and ensure that you are into that one. Okay? Critical thinking and obviously communication skills. Okay, it's not like anybody in the IT industry आपको खाली computer में काम करना है, you don't have to speak. That is not the situation. You need to have a good communication skill. Whatever you are doing, you need to explain it to others, obviously. Okay. So, a very good software, you have implemented it, but you are not able to explain it to the client how it is going to be good to them, then you find no meaning of it. So obviously communication skills and continuously learning and staying updated. And you find that in the IT part, there is no fact that यहाँ तक मैंने पढ़ लिया अभी मुझे कोई पढ़ना नहीं है अभी हुआ तो that is no fact यहाँ पर जिसमें I can explain it to my students. So there is no way you can say that I have done this and now I can around this teach me better or come first. No, there is nothing of that. Okay. Continuous learning path. JavaScript and it has got a very good relevance nowadays. R, Kotlin, Swift, etc. Certifications which are of high demand. When it comes to certifications, you find that maybe a traditional degree course may not actually do wonders for your career. So in that case, everybody has to get into some or other proper certifications, which most of the big companies would be taking into consideration. Like for example, Google doesn't see what was your CGPA in your survey or in your MSc or MCA. They would check out whether you are capable to do the kind of work that is given to you. Will you be capable to do it? So for that, in order to prove yourself, you can get into such kind of certifications, which is always going to add to your possibilities. Okay? You have Google Cloud Platform. Google Cloud platform which can be used as a very good business to build up your skills and make yourself okay, so conclusion possible career path communication technology as you know field and the career paths are evolving. Knowledge you can build and rewarding career in the ever evolving industry. So we'll just stop with final a quote by it's said to be said by Albert Einstein. It is believed to be said, computers are beyond imagination. Okay, so this combination of this computer and the human, it will bring about more and more evolving career paths for you in IT. Okay, with that, I'll conclude my speech, and if there is any question, I'm open for that. Anybody? Any question that you have on any of the fields, anything, you can just ask. We have to ask the question. So now, computer science students, how many of you have taken up some programming language courses? Is there anybody? Any non-computer science IT students who have taken up some programming language courses? Yes? Not forcefully as part of your plus one or plus two. I am just giving you after your 12th, just for curiosity. Somebody who has taken up some course? Okay, maybe that crowd is not right. So it's not like that's why I just wanted to tell students. It's not that a particular IT or CS career is confined to a particular stream. So, language. How people are interested in learning a different language like a German or Spanish? Okay, why don't you talk to your computer also? So it's better you learn one programming language so that you can make the computer also understand what you want to actually do. Okay, that's all for the week. Thank you.
We may now switch access on how looking of SIS College of Commerce and Economics, from where he derived his bachelor's and his master's degree in commerce. He has always been keen in information technology, advancement, teaching, and also in the sales and business development. He started his career as a teacher in both degree and junior sections of commerce department. The list of colleges are Guru Nanak College of Arts, Science and Commerce, R.C. Dayanand College, and Bhubaneswar Business Society. College, he has worked in several MNCs in business development and financial department.
அதுல போட்டு அந்த இதுல போட்டு
which is run by him and his team. Now handling the sales department of the Ocean Infotech as HOD and has developed a complete IT company. I request Sarvanand sir to felicitate.
Just a minute, there is some technical issue.
उधर प्ले कर सकता है तो उधर प्ले कर देगा जैसे तुम लगा उधर ही कर देगा अभी उधर खुला ना Just a minute, sorry, some technical issue. कहाँ छोड़ा है? एक मिनट उधर डायरेक्टली प्ले कर स्पीकर उधर नहीं है स्पीकर है कुछ स्पीकर है क्या
ऑडियो
Respected teachers and dear students, wishing one and all a very good afternoon. And it's been an honor and a privilege for me to stand in front of you and present the recent and upcoming technologies consisting of cloud, data science, AI, and robotics. First of all, the present team Ocean, which has been started in the year 2006, and we have been into science and technology. We have done some major projects. Some of them include Kochi Metro project. We have done the entire data center setup for the Kochi Metro project. Also, we are currently working in data center of Mumbai Metro as well. We have been into this robotics since this is you can see the year 1989 when the technology was as compared to now when technology was so poor, it wasn't vast. We had designed a 2-bit robot in the year 1989. So always question keen in the development of IT infrastructure and everything, just enhance and do whatever little bit part we can do for the development of this. First of all, let me discuss cloud. What's cloud? Cloud is an internet protocol, IP-based server from which you can access your data. That too is very much encrypted. No one can access the at any hour of the day, any day of the week, any month of the year, and any month of the year you can access it. So it has become so much hassle-free without the use of small physical products like hard drive or something. We can access our data that is too much safe. Another thing is data science. What actually data science is? It's a streamline of science which involves analytical, mathematical, statistical skills to evolve, to data, to mine, abstract, and analyze data, and to extract the results, the desired results which we want from the unstructured data. Thereby, a data scientist, what is actually job? He uses his expertise and skills to derive the desired results in order so that those insights can be used for further business planning. Every business organization or every non-business organization uses such skills. They hire data scientists so that they can compare their performance, the large base performance even 10-year-old performance with the current performance or their performance in comparison with the competitors. Every organization needs to compare their results, what actually they have done, what they are doing now. So data science is applicable almost everywhere. If there is like say in day-to-day life, India itself, the people in India are very kind of cricket fans, right? Almost every one of us may be seeing cricket matches. What do they show? In during the matches, they show statistics of every hero person, every team, every performance. Projected score. Also, especially in the second innings, they compare both the teams in a graphical way. You must have seen this. They show at this point of time, after this overs, this team was at this point. Now this team is running faster than this. So there's a win product probability between the two. 58% or 42. Likewise, data science is equal to every identity. Also, I have researched some things. If you search on LinkedIn, there are more than 86,000 job opportunities. Apart from that, by coming to 2026, there are 5 job opportunities for data scientists. Not just data scientists. Average and you have experience of 3 to 5 years. Average and we can fulfill our basic needs vitamins in our body, you also need vitamin M as well, vitamin money. This is in fact indeed needed. So apart from data scientists, coming to artificial intelligence. What actually intelligence is? Can someone tell me what actually intelligence is? Intelligence is a skill to observe, to adapt, to learn, and to use that data in order to perform any task. When there are two friends, they joke with each other, they laugh. Why are they laughing? Because that thing, that sentence sounds funny to their brain. This is human intelligence. But giving this intelligence to non-human is artificial intelligence. Simple words. Simple words, artificial intelligence is giving human intelligence to a non-human being. We, talking about myself, I'm also a 90s kid. I have seen those ancient times from writing letters, telegrams, pagers, antenna mobiles. Till now, I'm also observing Alexa as well. Just demand, the thing is fulfilled. I want this song to play, she plays. Okay, she is my non-human friend. What actually AI is not limited to these things or to play a song. AI vast, far more vast than we imagine. There are four types of AI. One is reactive AI, one is theory-based AI, one is self-awareness AI, and one is limited memory AI. Till now, we are using only two types of AI. Reactive, second one is limited memory. Still, we are so much impressed. The way it performs, the accuracy it gives, the efficient result it gives. We are very much humans are, as what man had discussed, the same vibrate person. Humans are somewhat, stupid, they can make mistakes. We are vulnerable to make mistakes. We are both physical and mental aspects, we can make mistakes. There are certain limitations to our body, to our mind. We can get tired, we can make mistakes. We are bored of some repetitive works. That is the need we have developed AI and robotics to make our work more efficient, more fast. Day by day, the population is increasing, and over by increasing time, technology upgrades, it never degrades. The time which has passed never comes back. The technology which we use are not using, they're not using now. We are at the upgraded version. Even if you can check your 6 years old Android mobile that was supposed to attach Instagram as well. Social media networks, right? So technology always upgrades. In order to cope up with these technologies, with these environments, right? If you want to go to a job, if you want to do a job, we can't just go to apply on the basis of SSC only. 10 pass कुछ मिलेगा आपको? No, you won't even get a job out of luck right now. Even the very basic requires some level of education. Increasing technology, we need technologies as well. As you are aspiring students, you also, I suggest, I insist, you also step up to these sectors. These are the growing sectors. These are the upcoming futures. AI, robotics, data scientists. These are the upcoming futures. These are current as well as coming technology. There is no world possible without these technologies. I can say that right now. For going into these skills, you need to basic BSc as well as C++, Java, and if you want to get English, you also I can say for SQL language, so these were all of the things. Why robotics is important? Let me discuss what has he done? He has given a drastic change in aerospace. The way he has manipulated technology to return back the spacecraft without any damage and create Earth's orbit. He has given new technology, many more advancements. I can talk about later. So the world is dependent on such technologies, and these people are so much successful because they have proved to be a crucial part in providing development the world needs to. Robotics. Why robotics? Why robotics? Why are we stressing on robotics? Yeah. In example, in manufacturing areas, in factories, robots are only used to again and again give you the packaged cold drink waters, again and again giving you your FMCG for time pass eating snack items. These are made by humans. Humans have a limited capacity. If I say pick up the garbage, you will have a limited capacity to do that work for 30 minutes. After that, your body will get tired. Machine can do this the same work on continuous basis without any error. It's programmed well, apart from that. So why machines are used? Is it possible for a human to go on the Earth's orbit and take you the photos? You will just get a blue sphere, beautiful photo of our planet Earth. That is okay. But when it comes to tracking GPS, measuring the way the where you want to go from point A to point B, there are algorithms used, there are programming used. It's a GPS tracker used. It's non-human thing. We need such technology. We need to be updated. Why the world is stressing? My friend stays in London. I'm saying 2 years back, she said, okay, in people deliver food from Zomato, Swiggy, etc. Over there, 20 kilometers, robots start delivering food already 2 years back. We have kiosks just to enter what we want, checkbook printing, password printing, whatever. These are basic. We are using already machines, robots, and AI, smart machines, smartphones, Bluetooth, wireless Bluetooth. Now, only these two types of AI are being used: this reactive and limited memory. This AI uses natural voice processing technology. Whatever we say, it understands and it gives the result. And we know to a far extent it is 100% accurate. Robots are providing surgeries. Robots are providing surgeries. They are doing surgeries. I have seen one of my relatives went for bypass surgery. They also told doctors inside told me that they not in India. What happens actually there? It's a risk for bypass heart surgery. It's a risk. Really, it's a risk. But what happens? The cholesterol gets stuck up in the arteries. We need to replace those arteries with the non-stuck ones, with the free ones. For specific time of 4 hours, they give artificial heart, which regulates your blood, which maintains your blood pressure. All the time, doctor can easily, hassle-free carry your bypass surgery till the time the machine works right or not. This technology. Some people are facing, birth problems, machines can do that, technology can do that. There are many things possible with robotics. Also, we want robots to a certain area of production. We are setting up what actually goes behind that is the people are actually undergoes the factory. There are just life everywhere. Toxic gases, nuclear radiations, war zones, spying activities. These are the places where robots as well. Why not robotics? And I would like to say, discussed with you, and I would like to say the world is growing, the world is emerging, and also you can come to the conclusion that within coming 5 to 10 years, nothing is possible. Also, they will not get much. The world is growing, the world is developing. Why not India? Why not Indian youngsters? Why not India can excel in these sectors as well? We want our country to excel in AI, to excel in robotics. The Tricolour stands in that again in these sectors as well. We will be proud to see Indian youngsters excelling in these sectors. For details in regarding admission courses and everything, tomorrow there is and there will be inquiry test. You can inquire about details, admissions about such courses, and I will be very happy to see in these sectors. Thank you very much. Thank you.
For your gracious attempt in making us understand about the point. Moving ahead to our next session on basic science and research to be delivered by Dr. Pallavi Rai. Dr. Assistant Professor at SIS College. Research Center, Lucknow, where our main focus of research was carbohydrate-based biodynamic molecules. After her PhD, she worked as postdoctoral research associate at University College Dublin, Ireland, and Germany for 4 years, where she worked on vaccine candidates. She also worked in Randstad Research Laboratory in New Delhi for a year. Two patents for credits granted by Indian Patent Office, Government of India. He has also been active in developing e-content for chemistry students and developed a 3-week open course lab for life under one application now I may request Mahalakshmi ma'am to comment in Dr. Pallavi. A very good afternoon to all of you. A very good afternoon to all of you. Well, I would like to for the kind introduction. And to understand what is a job, how to actually go about it, questions that needs to be assessed by opportunities which are available the skills required to choose a career design. Let us begin with a job. Most of us usually confuse a job with a career. If you say a job is just a performance to earn, it has to do with your calling. It has nothing to do with your individuality. Why? A career actually is your interest, is a calling, is a vocation, is where your talent and skills matter. So you should be choosing your career very wisely. Now the question next comes, how to find out about the career? Generally in India, we do choose a career or pursuit based upon the feedback and guidance from our families, friends, mentors, teachers, somebody neighborhood, and stuff like that. But actually, there are other ways by which you can learn about the career. The most important being the social media and the multimedia, which plays a very important role. Give you a guidance to choose your career. Apart from this, the choice of the career can be very personal. It may be possible that you are shadowing some of the people, a bhaiya or a didi in a neighborhood, and you want to become like them, and then you start choosing a career path which has already been chosen by them. Probably your parents would also be knocking on your mind saying that see that person and choose a career path accordingly. Or sometimes what you can do is you can learn from these career expos. So it is very important that you attend these career expos because they give you a kind of an insight about the calling. Like you really start contemplating what are you actually interested in, and that is very important when you are going to choose a career path which will be with you the whole lifetime. Because it is your life work, it is a life work. It's not just for a small part of time. How many questions will definitely influence your career? The first question which comes to your mind is how much impact do I want to have as a I said, please choose your career according to your interests and plan. So sit, analyze. Really what is what are you good at? And able to move out of my comfort zone. And how much I'm going to give up for this career. It may be possible that you may not be able to take up schooling or long hours of study. Then don't go for a career which honors that. Choose a career which you have. And then finally, some is also choose which is the important which caters to the betterment of the society. And if it is a form of so these are some of the questions you need to ponder upon before choosing your career. There are many opportunities in sciences. If I talk about sciences can cater to almost all the sectors in the it can cater to entrepreneurship, startups. We have seen most of the successful startups in 2020 belong to the scientists. Apart from them, you have various kinds of industries which we will gradually see in my talk, as well as government sector. You can get employed in many government sectors when you are taking up science as well. Let us see one by one. This is my favorite slide. We have always been hearing about sciences, and we have a habit of putting boundaries on all the math, biology, chemistry, mathematics, physics, and stuff like that. Students, there is no boundary of learning. There is no boundary of career. There are many interdisciplinary subjects which are available now, which you can choose depending upon your body, depending upon your liking, depending upon your interest. As an example, I would just like to quote Professor Ramakrishnan. He is a Nobel laureate in chemistry in 2009. And what he has done is he has cut off the boundaries of traditional courses. Technically, he was done his BSc and MSc in physics. He did his research in University of Cambridge and MIT on ribosomes, which is a life science. What to say, area. While he got a Nobel Prize in chemistry in 2009. So, don't boundary of subject. Go beyond it and see what is your calling. Because that is more important than what you are choosing. Let me give you some examples. The first is the mathematics major. Well, you can work as an analyst, all kinds of analysts. You can work as a mathematician, you can work as statistician, psychometrician, you can work as cryptanalyst, cryptologist, and there are a plethora of opportunities which are available as a group. Really matters is very interested in doing it. If you see for careers from physics, you can range from starting from sciences, teaching, clean energy, green energy, space, astronomy, storage devices. You have, even in medicines, you have all kinds of radiology instruments. And you have technical, you have patent attorney, you have scientists, so animation, and electronic engineering. So there is no dearth of opportunities if you are majoring. My favorite one is have huge opportunities in MS. Like you see, there are so many areas that chemistry caters to. You can have basic research. You can have it in space and earth sciences. You can also have it in environmental sciences, medicine, and a long list of starting from agri, paint, chemical, pharmaceutical stuff, petrochemical storage devices, catalysis, energy, polymer, dye, cement, fertilizer, paper, electronics, cosmetics, etc. You can also go beyond the figures. You can choose for careers caters to publishing as well as content. You have so many things of your e-books, your e-contents, you can develop as a chemist. Why? You can also be consulting and you can help in policy making for the government as well. And there are some students from our place who are doing this. Okay, there is chemistry graduates. They have moved on to that. So this is all about the fields that chemistry caters to. Similarly, There is no dearth of opportunities if you are going for fields like, I mean, fields like biochemistry. You can go in for the cosmetic industries, you can go for medicines, you can go for education and all that. The question which everybody would be wanting now is how do we go for a science in India? But if you look at this chart, we usually have 3 years of undergraduate program. We call it as BSc or BSc honors. After that, we go for MSc 2 years, and then the PhD, if you're talking about going for higher studies or going for research, which is at least for 4 years. More than 4 years, depending upon your input as well as the subject you're working on. Now, how do you go about doing these courses? Or where do you go about doing these courses? We have 23 IITs, we have 38 CSIR institutes, we have 7 IITs, and we have ISERs, which, apart from them, universities and colleges, which are all state funded, and you can easily apply for career opportunities to these institutes. Apart from this, you also have some pioneering institutes like Indian Institute of Sciences, CIFR, and JNSAR, which are semi-government or private, but still you can apply. The question comes, how do I take admission to these institutes? Most of these institutes which we have been mentioning usually conduct a joint entrance exam, called as IIT exam, and if you qualify in these IIT exams, you are admitted to these institutes. Some institutes like the JNCSAR, IISc, and TFR also conduct their own entrance examinations. Some central universities like University of Hyderabad, Banaras Hindu University, as Jawaharlal Nehru University also conduct their separate entrance examination. Just have to give the entrance examination, qualify, give an entrance review, and work into it. If we talk about PhD, there is only one mantra for PhD, and that is CSIR next. We call it as National Eligibility Test. If you qualify as National Eligibility Test, you generally are given a lectureship. I mean, when you qualify for lectureship, you can be a lecturer in any of the universities or institutes. Apart from that, CSIR also gives you a stipend or a scholarship of 40,000 as a junior research fellow and 35,000 as a senior research fellow per month. Carry out your day-to-day activities. Apart from this, some of these technical institutes like IITs, NITs, ISERs, they also take up your admissions based on your grade score. So these are the two numbers which you need to follow. One is CSI net and the other is the rate. If you want to pursue your PhD. Apart from the fellowships I talked about, that is the KRS and the SRS, which is usually given by CSIR NET and GATE, which is a technical fellowship. You have many fellowships which have been endorsed by Government of India on Indian citizens. And you would be surprised to hear that the amount of the scholarships from these fellowships vary from 18,000 to 70,000. This Prime Minister's Research Fellowship, that is because it as PMRS, has a scholarship of 70 to 80,000 per month. That's a great amount. So just if you want to pursue where there is a will, there is a what important is you get the will. So these are the list of fellowships. You can go to their respective websites and you get the details of it. You can also go for MSc and PhD admissions abroad. GRE and TOEFL is important if you're planning to study in USA. For Germany, you have a DAT, and which gives you a fellowship for MSc as well as your PhD tenure. If you want to get into research in China or UK, you have to visit this site of jobs.ac.uk, where the universities keep on posting the positions and the fellowships on this. So you just have to go on these websites, apply for these positions, and then you have to write an SOP, you have to contact the person concerned on whatever subject you want to work, and then you can get it. Apart from this, the opportunities are also advertised on the respective university website. And there is a nature publication, which we call as nature papers, which gives you almost all the university fellowships and applications. So you need to keep on seeing this if you are planning to pursue your career. So we have talked about all the opportunities. Now it's our turn to grab. So for grabbing of the opportunities, you have to have skills. Without skills in this competitive world, it is very difficult to have this. The skills which are required work. You have to choose the first skill is the problem solving. Perfect. Apart from that, you should have good maths acumen because most you have to present it in the form of a you must have proper interpersonal skills, which is also important for your day-to-day life. So have to have critical thinking and develop